Hey guys, hey girls. My name is Dee.
Just one of them days.
Oh, that a girl goes through. Leisha and her singing intros.
Oh
she
my
really
God.
out here thinks like she's SWV.
Don't take it personal.
More like Michelle, to be honest.
Don't do Michelle dirty like that.
No, Michelle's doing well on Broadway.
Yeah.
She's doing amazingly well. Good for her. And of course, her gospel album as well is a banger.
Hello.
So yeah, I wouldn't take that away
bridge,
from her.
Michelle.
Keep a
Hello.
bag, Michelle.
Hello.
Keep getting paid, Michelle.
Hello.
And her stylist.
We love Michelle.
Her stylist is her and her stylist perfection. Match made in heaven. Two peas in a pod. They say here on the other side of the pond.
On the pond.
Exactly. My name is Dee.
I am Leash.
And this is Allow It. Thank you for checking in with us this week, guys. What's good in the land of damp and bad vibes?
Ooh, it's still full of damp and bad vibes.
It sure is.
I'm on the internet looking for ideas of how to slow the damp in your house, like looking at the perfect plant to buy.
You've been obsessed with that, haven't you?
I've been obsessed with it.
I've been the opposite of the spectrum because I'm quite high up now, so I don't have necessarily that much of a huge issue with damp now. Or
crazy, because it's my upstairs that's causing problems. My downstairs is fine, so it's very weird.
I don't know. I think it just depends on where.
Yeah, probably.
How the house was built.
Yeah.
I don't know this country.
So
you just don't know.
And because I just moved, obviously, you kind of just you want to keep your
stay
house
fresh.
nice, right? But it's like,
especially with us Africans, we stay coming to your house judging you.
Exactly.
If I see,
I look at that person looking around the house.
Look at you
out of the corner of
exactly,
their eyes.
Wearing Gucci. Meanwhile,
they're gonna leave your house and be like, "Did you see a house?"
Meanwhile, you got Gucci damp on your window.
Did you see the mold on the corners of our window? Black people are really sick in that.
Yeah, no, because we stay judging. Because why should you have what you have?
Black people are rude.
I think it's a case of I'm not happy with. No, I am happy for you. But I must find something.
But I'm not happy for you. I'm happy for you, but I'm not happy for you.
Number one. And number two, I must find something that makes me feel that I am above you and you are beneath me. And the only way to do that is to nitpick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to nitpick on something. Oh, yeah, she got a new range. Yeah, but do you know how much the insurance is? Do you know how much it is to maintain a Range Rover?
So much money,
You're paying so much money for what? For a Range Rover that is so hard to maintain. Instead of just saying, congratulations, if that's what you can handle, God help you.
Exactly. Am I asking you to borrow money?
Thank you.
I think that to be honest, that's one of the most wildest things for me. I remember a friend of mine having that conversation where it was like another friend was kind of nitpicking about how she spends her money and stuff like that. And I'm like, if that person's not asking you for money, why do you care?
Why are you bothered?
Why do you care? Has she asked to borrow money from you?
Why are you bothered so much about people's pockets? One thing I'm never bothered by is someone's pockets. Unless at least this is my pet peeve. Unless we are going somewhere. We've booked something. We get there and then we're enjoying living life. And then all of a sudden, after the occasion, you then start telling people how expensive it was. How, the food wasn't even that good for what I paid for. I should have just stayed at my house. I would have actually spent my time and my money. It would have been more useful doing something else. I could have had rice at home. So why did you come?
Who begged you?
Because listen, it takes weeks for us to get together. Weeks for any of our friendship group to get together. It takes like 2-3 weeks. By the way, oh my God, we are going out, aren't we, this coming weekend?
Oh yeah, are we?
Have you booked?
No.
You see what she does?
I completely
you
forgot.
Better book and you tell me the budget.
I know, I completely forgot. But yeah.
Yeah, because she's watching and she's like, girls, we're supposed to be going out. What's happening here? So make sure you book it and let us know.
I need to book, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I will book. I completely forgot.
Yeah, but like, don't do that. I just don't think it's very cutesy. I think if you can't afford something, don't bother going there. If you don't want to be there, the thing is that, like I just said, it takes weeks to plan something for us, especially because we've got families, we've got jobs, we've got all sorts going on in our lives. We've got the podcast, we've got all that. Our timing is very limited. So it takes a good 2-3 weeks, which means we've sent you the invite a good 2-3 weeks beforehand, which means you've looked up the website for the restaurant and you've seen the menu and the pricing.
And I think that's normally what we do too. So
we
you
send
are
the
aware.
pricing and the
Exactly,
menu. We say, this is the menu.
So there's no surprises.
We all happy with this so that we can proceed? Yeah, girl, book. Can't wait to see you. And then you start complaining about how much it was, when it's like, come on, let's not do that. Let's not. That's the one thing that's a pet peeve. Besides that, I don't watch People's Pockets. And then when I am watching People's Pockets, that's when I know I need to stop. Like, I need to, if it's on Instagram, I need to stop watching that person. I need to stop following them, whatever it may be. It is, if that's on social media. And then if it's a case of, if it's someone I know, let's say an acquaintance, and somehow I'm bothered by their greatness, which is weird. Like, envy, but envy happens to us all.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when you're feeling your most off guard and not on point. When the vibes are not vibrating high enough.
Yeah.
They're kind of in the middle.
I think for me, it's based on it's weird, because I remember before I moved, I love like looking at people's homes and stuff on the internet.
Yeah, you're that girl that looks at those six bedroom, 20 million houses.
Oh my gosh, yes, I love it.
With 10 bathrooms.
I love it. Not that and it's crazy because I love a nice home. I love a show home, but obviously I have kids, so I know that's not
possible.
It's not possible until my kids get older. And I love it. It's not necessarily what I aspire for, but I do like it. But it doesn't bother me. I think what bothers me more is when I see people like traveling business class all the time. And then I'm like, damn.
That could be me.
Damn.
But
here we are. I got 2 kids. All 3 of us. I can't afford all 3 of us to be in business. Then I'm feeling kind of like, oh God, please, like steer me in
the way to business class. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to be steered into. So, and in a way, when I'm very high vibrational, I'm secure within myself at the highest point. I'm so happy seeing all of that greatness with other people, because then that gives me something to aspire to.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is the next level, and that's the next level, and that's the next level. So only when I'm not feeling that way, and when I'm kind of mid, I'm like, okay, I need to stop either being even around this person, because why am I bothered by them? So you kind of need to just let it go. For the people that just are in too deep with other people's ish, you're weird.
I think that's very weird. I feel
self-awareness is so key.
Yeah, I feel like if I have a lot of friends that spend their money on different things, and I'm just like, if they're not coming to me asking me for advice on money management or coming to me asking me for money, I don't care how you spend your money.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm unbothered. It doesn't bother me. Unless you're coming to me, even though I'm the wrong person, because I don't even know how to manage my own funds. I'm living off of air and prayers at this moment.
God's grace.
God's grace. I'm living off of God's grace. I'm
literally living off God's grace. Because we've just moved. And we've got all this new stuff around us. Just living off God's grace.
Hello?
New tellies.
Yes.
You huge television.
Like, what's living on God's grace, boy? Because, wow.
Camille just keeps on walking around the house and keeps on going, this is new. We've got 3 new TVs in all 3 different rooms. And I was like, yeah, I need to sell one of these to live at this point now.
Oh my gosh.
I was just like yeah, now I'm living through God's grace. But when I was buying all of that shit, I wasn't looking towards
That's
God.
Why I said Black Friday was like... Now I'm over here with a corner of returns because I'm calculating how much money I need to get.
Actually, I
back.
didn't buy much. Remember, all I bought was the Christmas presents for the kids.
And I haven't even bought that, so that means I'm paying full price for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I said to you need to actually get on a program, and I motivated you several times.
You did, but I get stressed out.
You did. You said I've gotten stressed. I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm finished. So
you literally said
I got their Christmas jumpers. That was it. So everything else will just have to wait.
You said I'm getting stressed.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
Yeah, I had the Christmas jumpers in my mind, but then everything else, I was just like, okay, fuck that.
And the Christmas jumpers were a nice quick win. So
exactly.
Okay.
So it worked out perfectly. It didn't break Auntie's pockets.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, so it was okay. So yeah.
You still haven't told me whether they're gonna be wearing denim or non-denim, or that's gonna stress you out when you're ready.
I think I bought some denim for Layla and Liam.
Okay, is it blue denim?
So it's the 3-pack from H&M. So there's definitely blue, black.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
okay, then cool.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of getting the 3-pack for the boys.
Okay, that's
twins.
what I got for Liam,
because
which Liam's been actually wearing since he was 6 months.
Oh,
so from 6 months to 2 years. That denim has lasted me. Shout out to H&M.
Okay, then cool. I'll get that set as well.
Yeah.
Cam is in that in between stage where obviously now he's seeing the baggier denim.
Okay.
He's not so keen on the skinny denim.
Okay.
So he's of course, knowing Cam, unless they're D-squared,
of course. Now Layla's in her Margiela bag.
Of course.
Can I wear my Margiela shirt to school? I don't have to wear a uniform.
I opened a can of worms. This means I need to get her another one.
I said, pardon me?
My pockets.
I said, pardon me?
I need to get her another one.
Liam
I actually saw
Liam was not no
dress.
Designer. He only wore Versace on that first birthday.
And that was it.
He's going to be like Cam. He's going to be like kits galore. Just going to give you a kit. Yeah, you will not know. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Of course. And he keeps on mentioning these damn jeans because he had that pair that he wore and he loved those pairs of jeans. He loved those D-square jeans. And then, of course, he outgrew them. And I said I was going to get another pair and I just still haven't. So, he was like, oh, I don't mind skinny jeans as long as they're the D-squared ones. But I don't want the other jeans. I want them to be like cargo now. Like, the style that they're doing baggy. The style that they're doing
That's
now.
what Layla doesn't like skinny either.
Yeah,
so
I'm
bought
gonna get
the
those.
denim pack that I got. They're not skinnies. They're straight.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, because I realized she doesn't like
She doesn't like that.
Yeah, and I bought her some Air Maxes. And they fit, but they're not gonna last. So I was like, girl, I need to return them. I'll get you a bigger size. And she's like, no, I want them, but can you make sure you get me the same ones? And I was like, yeah, but obviously I missed the sale, so you're gonna have to wait until they go on sale again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm not paying £70 for some trainers for a 7-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that I'm not doing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that at all. So I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Not at all. Absolutely not.
Especially Layla, who don't know how to walk straight anyways.
Because I was banking on her Air Maxes that she has, that Cam has. I was banking on those to be the twins' Air Maxes.
Ah, yeah.
But then I've seen Layla's.
Oh, yeah, no.
Forget about it.
She's destroyed them.
Forget about it.
She's destroyed them.
And then
one good thing that shout out to Auntie Victoria. She is really good at keeping her son's trainers for her daughter.
Perfect.
So they always, which is I would like to do, but my child is just
it's not happening. Uncle John was actually saying, oh, why is Leash giving them to you and not giving, why would she give them to you and not give them to Liam? Basically, the shoes.
Yeah.
And I said, Leash finna give them to whoever she wants to give
exactly,
them to. And mind your business.
I didn't even think that far. Now you messing things up for your own kids.
I said, what's that about? Because at the end of the day, you finna pay for the extra pair.
Yeah, right.
Because obviously Cam has got the, what is it called? The dunks.
Yeah.
So I've kept all of the dunks. He keeps his shoes quite well because most of the time he's at football anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
So his shoes are normally in pristine condition. So they're going to be for the twins.
The only reason they got messed up is because she's been wearing them to school instead of her.
Of course, instead of her actual school
exactly.
shoes. Yeah, that you're refusing to buy now.
I'm not
It's
gonna
like-
buy them because those Doc Martens are gonna fit her eventually. I'm not buying new shoes until she can put
Those
her
Doc
feet
Martens
in
on.
those Doc Martens.
She has no choice.
Yeah, she don't have no
Camilla's
choice.
ruined those Clarks.
Oh my gosh, really?
Ruined them.
I'm not gonna
Ruined them.
lie.
He plays football in them.
Okay.
At school. That's
I
what he does.
see.
He plays football and he said, oh, now daddy doesn't allow me to play football because at school because he doesn't want me to get injured, of course.
Of course.
So
the
he
legs
said
are
he needs,
insured.
yeah, the legs are insured. So you've got to play something else. So he started playing for something even worse, which is basketball. So he's playing basketball. And then, of course, his shoes are ruined. I'm not getting him new shoes. It's whatever. He's just going to keep on wearing those until the next term comes or whatever, and he needs new shoes. But
Exactly. I continue to hope the school thinks that I don't have any money and they let her wear whatever shoes she wants because
I hope so.
I'm not buying any. The Doc Martens are really good because actually they last throughout the whole
you
year.
said.
They're really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not buying any shoes until she could fit into those.
It is what it is.
Period.
How did we deflect?
Yeah, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the internet.
Oh, money.
Envy. And envy and money. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then how did we? Yeah, we ended up talking.
I guess
always end up talking.
I guess
about
yeah,
kids.
but it's the same thing because even every single second, my child asks me for something, and I have to keep on reminding her. Do you think that we're rich?
But what would make her think that you're not rich?
We're not rich. Period. Don't think that we're rich. Don't assume.
But
do not.
why would she assume that you're not rich? Because the opposite of rich is
okay.
Is poor.
Yeah.
So what do you think that your child would think that you're poor? What about you? What life are you living that you think your kid is really going to say my mother and father are poor? We're paupers. I'm Oliver Twist.
You are not. We need to
You see?
reel it in, then.
You're not. You're
I'm
not
gonna have to tell
poor.
her, like, look, you don't even have school shoes to wear to school. Stop asking me for stuff. She had a play and she thought I was about to go all out
Of
and
course.
buy stuff for that play.
Of course, because
I said
the
no.
other parents do as well.
Nah, I
They
said
just
you
go
don't wear
out. It don't
those
make no sense.
leopard print pajamas and call it a day.
For me, it's not really I'm not rich. It's more like I'm a black parent. That's really what it is. I'm a black parent and I'm gonna have black parent rules.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a new this for every single school play
Yeah.
and this, that, and that. I'm just not investing my money in those things. Investing my money in your future by putting petrol in my car and taking you to that training. That's what I'm doing.
Bars.
That's what a black parent should be doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's differences in like upbringing because of our ethnicity. So not necessarily because of our monetary standards.
Yeah.
So
that
yeah.
makes sense.
She better know that you're just a black parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not poor. You're just not rich.
Yeah.
You're a black
I'm
parent.
not rich. I'm not poor. I just don't have no money for all the things that you keep
Exactly.
asking
Yeah.
for.
Period.
Period.
It is
Or
what
go
it
ask
is.
your dad. Leave me
Thank
alone.
you. Exactly. And the dad is most probably going to say no to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course.
So there's
that's
no
what it
even
is.
explanation coming from him. He's gonna like, pardon me. Huh?
He goes, huh?
Yeah.
And he goes,
huh? Yeah, exactly. Like, huh?
looks at the phone and
Yeah,
then looks
what?
back like nothing ever happened. That is so funny. Jeez, talking about, when people are like envious of other people and things, people will be watching people who are influencers and celebrities and of course these people are human. Things happen. However, lately things have been happening a lot. And influencers and celebrities are basically crashing out
Oof.
online. And we had this conversation, I think, last time because, Risa Tisa? Risa, is that how you spell it? How do you say her name? The lady who did that TikTok
Who did I marry?
series,
Yeah.
Who Did I Marry? And someone is saying, look how much she's achieved basically now. She's on the cover of this. She's got a show coming out. She's got a Netflix
Oh, wow,
documentary
really?
coming out of her.
can't
She's
wait to watch
basically,
that.
yeah, God, I can't wait either.
Yeah.
I hope it's Tyler Perry. She's getting bags on bags. And this is only because she technically crashed out online. People are making something out of heartache, I guess, in a way.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
so they're like building something from their
yeah.
heartache and making it something positive, like pain to champagne.
I don't know about that.
They're turning their pain into
Into
champagne.
Would you ever crash out on the internet?
I would never, God forbid. I would never crash out.
You don't
on
want to
the
turn your pain
internet.
into champagne?
I don't want to turn my pain into champagne. I'll never crash out on the internet. I'll never crash out at work. I'll never crash out in my car. I'll never crash out where anybody can see me.
you. Dang, have I ever crashed? No, I've never crashed out at work.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'm not crashing out where anybody can see me. Like, no. And this is not a shame thing
To people that crash out.
to people that crash out, because go ahead and crash out if you want to, because it also teaches certain people lessons that possibly they might be getting themselves into a situation like that, and they can get themselves out before it happens because they've seen it happen to someone else, and they realize, okay, slow your roll, this might happen to me, so I need to get myself together.
Yeah.
So it's not like a shame thing, but I'm not crashing out on the internet. People know a lot about me and not a lot about me at the same time. And I like it that way. I don't like people knowing too much. I also don't mind if people don't know a little. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm okay with what I put out there. I think it's a decent amount. And then I don't want any more than that, basically. I just am a firm believer is like, whatever's happening in my life is kind of between me, myself, my tribe, God. And that's it. I'm not crashing out. I hope I'll never crash out online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because maybe we might become huge and we crash out.
I think if I crash out on the internet, people should know that I need money. that I've hit levels of desperation.
That you've exhausted all your resources.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like okay. This is just the end. I'm just like, okay.
My family needs to eat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing whatever I can to just. That would be the only way I would ever crash out on the internet.
Because that's the step before selling yourself.
Basically.
Yeah?
Basically, yeah.
It's like, okay, it's like I turn to prostitution or
I prostitute myself online, basically, yeah. I'm
or
on social
prostitute
media.
myself on social media in order for me to get a buck or an income.
Just for me to go viral.
It's lucrative. It's so lucrative going viral. It's lucrative with the people who end up like having those breakups online.
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
The couples, the friendships, the whatever.
Exactly.
People start podcasts off it. People start YouTube channels off
so
it.
Many
start
things.
businesses. All sorts.
Even the wild things that I see on Threads sometimes, where I'm just like,
Threads.
like how did this end up on my timeline? Who are these people?
I don't know who these people are. I don't know. Threads is so intriguing. That's why I'm like, I'm not going on Threads because I will end up being there all day because I will literally I'll follow the story.
And I'm like, are these all the
through.
people that left Twitter? Like, because I'm just like, what is going on? Threads is outrageous.
I don't know if I ever saw that kind of stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was
active
on Twitter, I didn't see those type of things. But on Threads, it's just...
Wow. And it wasn't so as deep, I think, on Twitter as it is on Threads. On Threads,
you end up down a dark
it's very
hole.
deep there. It's very deep. It's like everyone with their traumas and everything like that, they're putting that on there. There's so many psychotherapists as well, and therapists and anyone who works in like the mental health sector. They're on there talking about, tell me what's going on with you, and then I can see what I can work out. And people will be answering, like literally message after message after message after message. And I'm like, wow. That's why there's BetterHelp. We're not sponsored by them. One day we will be. Not today.
Yeah, exactly. Holla at us, BetterHelp.
Exactly. I'm not going to end up saying this is sponsored by BetterHelp. But yeah, crashing out is really something else. There's a couple of like UK influencers that have crashed out online as well because everything that ends up coming out as the truth. Anything you do in the dark will come to light anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
So it's either you put it out or someone else will put it out for you.
Yeah.
It's the reaction for me is afterwards because I'm sure I would just, if I was a person in that kind of position, that would be my key or my cue rather to disappear, to just call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Find a day job.
I'm deleting my videos.
Thank
deleting,
you.
Like,
That's
it's gonna be like no posts.
no profile under this name.
Exactly. I'm just.
You're
You
gonna
won't
delete
see me,
everything.
yeah,
You're not gonna try
yeah.
and come back and say I'm sorry. Video.
No, even if I come back, I'm gonna come back like nothing happened. Like I'm not. There's no
Okay.
sorry video.
Okay.
Because to be honest, in the world that we live in at the moment,
I don't think people really care.
people don't care and people don't remember.
Yeah,
that
that's
we're
true.
moving in such a like a fast pace that something you did a couple weeks ago, nonetheless a couple months ago, people have moved on. You could come back and just talk about like, hey, like I baked sourdough bread today.
Exactly.
People aren't gonna even be like,
wow, she's back. Glad to have you back.
I'm
Making
not
use of
going
your
to.
time.
Yeah,
There's gonna be still a few comments going on.
Of course, there'll be comments
You're not
like,
gonna address
"Bitch,
what
we didn't
happened."
forget.
Exactly.
We didn't
You're
forget
not
what
gonna
you
address
did.
what happened. Address what happened. We are your followers. We need to know what's happened. That is always
Bitch,
so
don't
funny
act
to
like
me.
we don't know what happened. What happened last summer?
We saw all the receipts. I can't stand it when
They're
do
gonna be
that
like, oh,
because
she
the
really
person's
gonna
"Of
act
course."
like nothing happened.
And they'll be kicking and kakang in those
All
comments,
in the go.
going back and forth together, and you would just be like, "Thank you all for watching." That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
I just feel bad for them because it's also so performative. It's so performative
my
when they go on the
gosh.
camera and they switch it on and they're like, "Guys, you know why I'm here, and I didn't want to make this video, but at the end of the day, if someone is gonna come for I have to." All the time. If someone comes for my dog, someone comes for they just be all types of nonsense excuses. Someone comes for my family. Nobody came for your family. If someone comes for with my cat, I'm gonna come for you. And I was at a character, but at the end of the day, I gotta do what I gotta do, and I'm more responsible, and I've grown from this, and I've learned for this, and I just know it's not gonna happen again. Make sure to tune in for part 2.
It's the part 2 that's diabolical. Part 2. Tune in for part 2. Wowzers.
Part 2 of me crashing out even more and bringing up even more excuses so I can get as many views as possible to this, because I spent 6 months underground hoping that you're forgotten, and now I've got to pay these bills because those girls are saying that their rents are like $8,000.
No, because obviously
Of
they
course,
were
they have to.
making
That
money.
Yeah.
And then they decided
they have to continue with this lifestyle. So yeah, it's crazy to me. But yeah, I'll never crash out, and I hope you never crash out either.
Yeah, please. Don't.
Yeah.
If I crash out, send out an
SOS.
Amber alert or something. Say somebody needs to check on that girl because she done hit rock bottom.
Don't ever do me like B Simone did to her homegirl. Oh God. But she went it. They fell out, and then next thing 2 minutes later she was on a podcast talking about, couldn't you see that the vibes were completely off? I didn't even want to be there. Imagine, like, we're doing all of this filming now, and then
Wow.
after we fall out, which
Yeah.
is never gonna happen, by the way.
Wow.
After we fall out, God forbid, I then go on some podcast talking about how I was never feeling it. It was all I had. Yeah, I was just turning up.
Couldn't you tell?
Yeah, that's what she was saying. I was just turning up.
Couldn't you tell?
Some days I was half asleep. I just wasn't bothered. I couldn't care less. I was just there for the sake of being there. And I'm just like, wow, episode after episode. Girl, you did that podcast for at least 3-4 years. And you're telling everyone that, couldn't you tell from the beginning?
Where is B Simone anyway?
She's started her own podcast, and I think it's called Let's Do This Again.
Okay.
Or Let's Try This Again.
Let's Try This Again.
Yeah. And she's got I think her friends and all of them people in there. She grates on me a bit. She's a little bit of an irritant for me. So I can't really watch. I can watch a couple, but I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't think it's her personality. I don't know. There's just something about her that we just don't connect. I think we just come from very different worlds. So she gets a bit irritating for me. I don't get it. But she's great at what she does, and good for you, girl.
Shout out to
But
her.
yeah, there's people out there who her content is for them. but
Yeah.
her content is
No, because
not for
like
me.
at one point I saw her everywhere, and then it's just like, I mean, the world
Then
that we
she
live
did that
in, the
thing,
world
she
of
was
social
stealing
media.
people's money for her books and stuff, isn't it?
Ideas
What was she
or
doing
something
again?
like that.
She took
Maybe,
someone
yeah,
else's
someone's
idea and she did an
yeah.
ebook, and she
Yeah.
plagiarized the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, I think
Or
that's
something
what it was.
along those lines. Don't quote us, by the way. This is all allegedly. Lord knows what even happened.
Yeah.
And then of course she was on the net, and everyone was like, give us our money back and give her all the money and the rights and this and that and that. So, and then she did that whole thing to say, well, none of it was me. It was all my management. They always say that all the time.
Of course.
I just never did any of the decision making. So, but you're the face and the brand. So how are you not making any of the decision making and making these people make decisions for you that you know you have to fess up to later?
Yeah, that's wild.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Never be too busy to look at the small print as a business owner, as a brand, as a face of a brand. Because one day when they turn around, they can all just turn around and get employed by someone else. And you have to be the one that's doing a part 2 of a video.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put yourself in a place to do a
Don't
part
do
2.
that. Have you got an allow it for us this week?
I do.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
do have
girl.
an allow it with the advice.
Go ahead, girl.
Hi, Leisha and Dee.
Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
I hope you're both doing well.
Oh, boy. Oh, hey, boy. Hey. We don't know.
Okay, so I'm reaching out because I'm in a bit of a dilemma and I could really use your advice.
Okay, go ahead.
D, don't be mean.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, see?
I'm not mean.
Dang,
What's
Dion.
that about?
Dion, people are going to stop they're going to stop asking us.
No, I say keep on asking. I'm never
Yeah,
mean.
okay.
God.
My name is Chantal, and I found myself in a complicated and unexpected situation that involves my best friend Nicole and her dad, Mark.
Okay.
Nicole and I met in college while pledging a sorority and have been inseparable ever since. She's like a sister to me. Over the years, we've shared so many of life's milestones. We've graduated together. We've gone through like breakups, new jobs, failed jobs, everything in between. She's obviously been my rock throughout the last few years in my life. A few months ago at Nicole's 30th birthday dinner, I met her dad, Mark. He's in his 50s. He's super charming and incredibly easy to talk to. At the time, I didn't think much of it, but we ended up bumping into each other a couple of months.
I know where this is going,
after.
Chantal. I know exactly where this is
after
going,
her
Chantal.
birthday dinner at a coffee shop. We chatted a bit, and there was a spark there.
Oh my God.
One coffee turned into several, and before I knew it, we were dating.
What? One coffee led to another.
Oh my gosh.
And before I knew it, we were dating.
We were dating. Here's where things get tricky. I've really fallen in love with Mark. He's super kind, he's thankful, and he brings out a side of me I've never known. But my friend Nicole has no idea what's going on. I can't even imagine how she'd feel if she found out. She knows that I'm dating somebody. She's curious about this new mystery man in my life. And I know she idolizes her dad, and I don't want her to feel betrayed or blindsided. I'm at a loss. Should I tell Nicole now and risk our friendship, or do I wait and see where things go with Mark before saying anything? Am I wrong for even thinking about pursuing a relationship with Nicole's dad? I have no idea what to do. I'm at a crossroads. I really value your advice.
You should value yourself. That's what you should do. You should value yourself. You clearly don't value yourself. The fact that you're fraternizing with your best friend's father, that's diabolical behavior. That's diabolical behavior. I can't even put it in writing. That's how it should. That should never happen.
I'm like, how doesn't she know? Like, she must have some kind of
She most probably doesn't. And also, at the end of the day, some people's relationship with their fathers is very different. They might not be that close. It might be one of those, a father that she didn't actually grow up with.
Yeah.
So a father who's more of a, I don't know, Unc father.
Yeah.
An uncle father.
Uncle,
You know,
not
the, you know,
uncle
the,
father.
yeah, an
Wow.
Unc father.
Not the Unc father.
Them ones there that they didn't really see you growing up.
Nah, Unc father. Wow. Unc father.
There's aunt mothers too, actually. they didn't raise you. They didn't do nothing. And then it's when you
They're
graduate.
like an auntie or mother. We don't really
Exactly.
know.
when you graduate, that's when they start running around with their hats. That's when all of a sudden they're actually your mother. So yeah, there's different dynamics to, I guess, to father-daughter relationships. So most probably she genuinely doesn't know, or possibly might not even care. You know that. Possibly might not even care.
Dependent on their relationship.
Yeah. Depending on their, she might not even care. She'd be like, girl, get yours. Who cares? That's got nothing to do with me. It's so
I mean,
strange.
I don't
How
know.
do you
I think
go
it's
from-
like, yeah.
How do you go from just having first of all, why are you having coffee with your friend's dad?
Remember,
without your friend.
That's true. She ran into him at the coffee shop.
I guess so. Okay,
And they
you
started-
ran.
yeah, they started talking.
Okay, yeah. But then it's an easy see you later for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
If
like,
I was gonna sit
like,
down,
then why would you then exchange numbers with him?
Yeah,
at the
that's
coffee
weird.
shop?
That's
I ain't
weird.
judging you, sis.
I am.
Because I
What's
love it.
that-
I love a
what's-
silver fox.
What's that TikTok challenge that's going on again?
Oh,
we listen
but-
and we do not.
Yes, we
judge.
listen and we do not judge. That TikTok challenge was for Dion.
We
listen and we do not judge.
not judge. I listen and I
Dion,
judge.
I always test you to see how judgmental you are.
Yeah, I'm quite judgmental. I do try not to be, but it's very difficult for me because I have issues because I've got a high moral compass for others. For others. So for
For others is a bar.
I'm just like, do better for yourself. Like, where are your ethics? Like, how were you raised? Is
Damn, I want to know what her daddy looked like. Her daddy must
he might be fine as
he
hell.
must look good.
But no matter how much he looks good, that's your friend's father.
He's single. He's
so
not
what?
married.
So what?
I'm assuming he's not married.
No,
girl,
get on.
I hope he's not married.
Imagine if he's married.
Oh,
Girl,
Lord.
or he's separated, or whatever it may be. Girl, get on. Please stop. There's loads of other, eligible bachelors that are not your friend's father. Leave it alone. What's wrong with you?
I think that's weird, yeah. Because then even if you pursue the relationship, you should know that the relationship that you have with your homegirl is done. It's over.
It's over.
It's never going to be
Whether
the
you
same.
pursue it,
Yeah.
don't pursue it, unpursue it, pursue it to pursue.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Either way is over. Or like I said, it might be
I think
an
if you
father relationship.
I think if you value the relationship that you have with her, maybe you should just like slowly back up and walk away. Like,
No.
just forget everything happened.
If she valued it, she wouldn't be in this situation to begin with.
Nah, he could have been fine.
I don't care how
could have
fine
been
he is.
swaying her.
No. I don't care how fine he
Dion
is.
should know. If
I don't
the
care how fine
opportunity
he
was
is.
around, I'll be with her daddy.
Yeah. If the opportunity was placed, unfortunately for me, I would be losing friendship. Which has happened actually in my life numerous times.
Of course,
They don't want to
yeah.
see my brothers.
That's true.
It's like, okay,
That is
and
very
I'm
true.
very clean cut when it comes to
Yeah.
that. You can't be both my sister-in-law and my best friend.
I agree with that. I think that
It's
it's
either
a bit.
or.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear about what's happening with my brother.
I can't
I don't
hear
wanna,
that.
like. Ugh,
That's
I don't
not.
wanna know
Yeah,
none of
there
that.
has to be quite. After that, there has to be quite a strong disconnect to say,
Yeah.
actually, okay, now you're family for real,
yeah.
and then that whole friendship. I can't be telling you my sweet things
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
because then you're my brother's person. What? How are you gonna be pillow talking? Oh, what Dion told me today.
Yeah, no.
No. I got too much respect for my brothers.
Yeah, I agree.
Way too much. And the problem is they're fine as hell.
Yeah.
So I've encountered this issue several times in my
Yeah.
life. But yeah, it's clear cut for me, unfortunately. You've lost a friend and you've lost a silver fox. You've lost both. And what
Not
for?
both.
And what for?
But think about which relationship matters the most to you. And don't tell her and walk away from the whole dad situation.
And then what happens at like family gatherings and she's invited and stuff like that? Or
They could pretend like no, she could be like straight up that, you know, this was a mistake. I know your daughter's gonna be pissed off. I'm really, really sorry. I can't move on any further with this.
But
because from the sounds of it, it's just like a couple months in, like just forget about it.
It is what I just said. It whatever happens in the dark will forever come to light.
It will. This is true.
And then when she finds out 2 years, 3 years later that you were banging her dad, then and then you've continued with the friendship, pretending like nothing ever happened. It's gonna be 10 times worse for you. So it's one of them ones where you've just lost both.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta own up if you lost both, because you barely got a moral compass as it is. Come on now, girl. Your morals are in the gutter.
Okay, this is the last allow it with the advice that we're gonna get, because this bitch is very rude.
I'm not rude. I'm just frank. Your morals are in the gutter and get it together. But yeah, stay away from the families and all of that stuff. It just becomes weird. It also depends, I guess, because let's say if I'm acquaintances with someone or friends with someone who is single that I actually genuinely think would be great for one of my brothers. None of them, they're all taken, by the way, now, so don't put in any applications. But when they were single, if anyone I would come across that I think would be great for my brother, I'll be like, I would rather lose the friendship and make my brother happy and her happy, basically. I'd rather lose the friendship and then gain a family member. So I'll be like gaining a sister and losing a friendship. But then that's a brother. That's a whole different, like, perspective. A father, however, I don't know about that. That's too much for me. I don't know. I can handle a father situation. Yeah. Especially if you know that maybe your father did your mother wrong and all of that stuff. It's just, exactly. It just becomes, your dad treated your mother terribly and now he's treating your bestie like the queen that she is. She's being wined and dined, flued out, everything. Meanwhile, your mom didn't even see a coupon.
Oh my gosh. Wowzers.
But yeah, you just have to come up. Basically, just you've lost. Yeah. Then no one is won in this situation, unfortunately. And next time, stay away from people's fathers.
Yeah. I want to hear like a part 2. How did it get this deep?
How did it get this deep? I don't want to hear part 2. Keep it to yourself.
Part 2. Yeah, I guess I say, if you like your friend, she is right. Eventually what happens in the dark does come out, but sometimes it takes some time. So who knows? This
girl.
Just try
your luck.
Just try your luck. But if you really wanna keep on smashing the daddy, then you're gonna have to
figure it out. Yeah, you're gonna your friendship to figure it out. Your
friendship is over.
Yeah.
Unless she's very what's that word I'm looking for?
Progressive?
Yeah. One of those progressive people.
Love who you love.
Yeah. Love is fluid.
Exactly. Love is fluid.
Then maybe she won't care.
Exactly. She actually might not care.
So just try your luck. You know your person.
Yeah, exactly. You know your person. You know what happens.
Yeah,
so
you know your person.
Try your luck as it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for the allow it, and make sure to listen to us. But obviously, don't listen to us. And obviously, stay off the internet and stop crashing out.
Don't crash out.
And crash
please,
out.
still ask us questions. Don't mind this one over here.
Of course,
please.
exactly.
Okay. She's a judgmental bitch.
Oh my God. We're going to love you and leave you. I'm Dee.
I'm Leash.
And this has been Allow It.
Bye.
Bye.